Venom. Venom.
Am I dead yet?
Venom, the new home run for Sony Pictures from director of Zombieland and Gangster Squad, tells the story of a man with a Boston accent from New York living in San Francisco when an alien tapeworm bonds itself in order to eat an excessive load of tater tots. Can these two survive each other and prevent an alien invasion? Well, duh, because if they didn't, the movie would end in like 20 minutes. This movie has been panned by critics, but praised by the fanboys who wanted a better adaptation from the character to replace this.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
Yeah, it's not hard to fix that, and the movie to me was a fun B-movie ride. Like all superhero flicks that are not Deadpool or Logan, they made it PG-13. No, not risky PG-13, the lame kind where everything is lazy and it's nothing but CG and they cut away from any type of gore. The movie felt held back by its rating and structure, yet it delivered an amazing dual performance and action scenes that made monster film lovers like myself squee anime style. The best part of the movie is Tom Hardy playing Venom and Eddie Brock. This character is more of a nice guy than a stubborn douche like every incarnation of him, which works considering he has to deal with a homicidal flubber monster, which kinda reminds me of the Parasite anime when you really think about it. The plot is sadly bare bones with no real sense of threat, and I'm gonna come out and say spoilers here, but the main villain Riot is on a road trip from Act 1 to Act 2, and we don't get enough backstory to him until Venom gives us a steaming exposition dump at the end, that he says he's the leader of the symbiotes, which is BS considering Riot is the spawn of Venom. Whatever, do you think Avi Arad gave two craps about his iconic enemies and children? Well, he didn't care when he and Pascal made Electro into Skrillex.
It's time to stop!
The movie for the most part isn't cringe at all, despite Eminem's rap song which made a buddy and I from work who went to see this giggle our heads off. But, and a big but, the movie is really padded until we actually get to what we paid for, yet when it happens, it's worth it in every way. Now, the tone is also an issue, considering it's more of a comedy rather than something out of a David Cronenberg movie like The Fly. That just shows Sony was scared in pre-production and made it more appealing to kids, which is fine, just lacking slightly in its true potential for a balls-out horror comedy like Zombieland or Deadpool. So yeah, overall it was a good time. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. What did you guys think of Venom? Do you think this is a good idea for Sony to continue their own franchise? Do you want them to introduce a Spider-Man in this universe? Or do you want them to just stop and just let Marvel do its own thing? Leave your statements in the comments section below.